Good evening. Welcome to Alterowitz Gym. Yellow Jackets and Nanooks going to do battle on the men's side. Well, the Nanook women with a gutsy victory at the last second. Pearl Green. A wide open layup. Couldn't have been any easier of a bucket, but with the pressure on, the freshman knocked it down, and the Alaska women are in the win column on the GNAC side of things, beating the Jackets 61-59. That game took a little bit longer, so we're a little delayed on the men's side, just about 10 minutes late, but we're just a couple of minutes away from action. Hi again, everybody. Evan O'Kelly back with you for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight, the nightcap with the Nanook men and the Yellow Jacket men. Shadid Shabazz is in the house, one of the very best players in the conference. He's getting warmed up with his fellow boys in blue. And the Yellow Jacket men getting their final shots up as well. Well, setting the stage for this one, Alaska is 4-9 overall, 1-6 in conference play, coming off a heart-wrenching loss Thursday at Seattle Pacific, falling by 2 points. That one went down to the very final seconds, but the Nanooks came up just short. Yellow Jacket men, meanwhile, endured a tough defeat against Alaska Anchorage on Thursday. So the Yellow Jackets enter this one 7-9 overall and 3-3 in conference play. So both of these teams looking to get back into the win column here tonight. We'll take one final break, then have the starters and tip-off from Alterowitz Gym coming up next.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Alterowitz Gym on the beautiful campus of Montana State University Billings. Tonight's GNAC matchup features the Alaska Fairbanks Nanooks versus your own MSU Yellow Jackets. Let's meet tonight's starters. First for the visiting Fairbanks Meadows. 6'1" senior guard, number 0.
So Alaska coming into this one under the guidance of Greg Sparling.
6'1" senior guard, number 2.
Fourth season in charge of the Alaska program and the long-time
5'9" senior guard,
veteran
number 3.
coach in the GNAC. Spent many, many seasons at Central Washington. Always good to have Coach Spar in the house.
6'7" senior.
He'll start like this. Shadid Shabazz, the talented senior guard from Seattle, wears number 0. Quinn Barnard, the fifth-year senior guard from Bellevue, Washington, wears number 2. Kobe Huerta, the senior from Covington, Washington, wears number 3. Coleman Sparling, Greg's son, the fifth-year forward from Ellensburg, wears number 23. And Abdullahi Mohammed from Seattle, the sophomore forward, wears number 31 for Greg Sparling's crew. Your Yellow Jackets, coached by Mick Durham, the former coach of the Nanooks. For all the Alaska fans watching, you may be familiar with Mick Durham, who's now in his 4th season with MSU Billings. He'll start like this. Damon Thacker, the senior guard from Meridian, Idaho, wears number 2. Carrington Wiggins, the junior guard from Flint, Michigan, wears number 13. Malik Burkett, who had a nice night on Thursday, the junior forward, is from Pembroke Pines, Florida, and he wears number 20. Nicholas Sebastio is a second-year freshman. He's out of Scottsburg, Indiana, and he wears number 24. And Big E underneath, Emmanuel Ajanaku, the freshman from Lagos, Nigeria, wears number 32. Jackets and Nanooks set to do battle. Ready to tip this one off. An exciting game if you were with us earlier, one that came down to the wire. The Alaska women walking out of here with a victory. And the men's team now going to try and make it a couple of road wins for Alaska. Well, Kevin Wooden said it earlier this week, the women's coach. The Alaska women, a lot better than that record shows. They were 0-7 in league play. Not anymore. Alaska women with their first win, and same's true about these Alaska men. They're 1-7, but don't let that fool you. They took the preseason favorite Alaska, or Seattle Pacific, I should say, to overtime and lost by 2 on Thursday. That's an SPU team that the Jackets beat earlier, but all that's in the past. Right now, we're underway. Nanooks have the ball. Here's Shabazz on the opening possession. Tries a 3 straight away, way off the mark, out of bounds. No relation, by the way, to the Yellow Jackets' BJ Shabazz, if you're wondering about that. Same last name, no relation. First possession for the Yellow Jackets tonight. Carrington Wiggins will bring the ball across midcourt. Wiggins had a frustrating night Thursday, got into foul trouble, and here Emmanuel Ajanaku turns it over right away into the hands of Sparling. Nooks whipping it around the perimeter. Back outside to Huerta for 3, got it. And Alaska's on the board first. Also, need to mention, if you're looking for our live statistics, there is a server outage right now that is going on with the NCAA. It's happening nationwide, and live stats are down for everybody, everywhere across all sports. So normally we've got live statistics available for you to follow along, but tonight the NCAA is dealing with a server issue. We will try to keep you updated with numbers and stats as best we can as we go. Sebastio tries a 3. That's nowhere close, and Sparling with the rebound. Nooks looking to push the tempo. Barnard back to Sparling. Now Shabazz, guarded by Wiggins. He'll take it, steps back, spins up and under off the glass, wouldn't go. Rebound. Ajanaku got knotted up with Mohammed underneath, and a jump ball is going to go to the Yellow Jackets. Malik Burkett's inbound. 3-0 Alaska through the first minute. Damon Thacker is against Shabazz up top. Gets it over to Wiggins. Now Burkett looking for a pass. Goes back to Thacker with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Dame tries a deep 3, knocks it down. David Thacker on the money with his first shot of the night. He, too, had a frustrating Thursday. He and Wiggins, the top scorers for the Yellow Jackets. Damon ended up with a team-high 16, but wasn't his most efficient night shooting, and the Jackets came up on the losing end. Tonight, Dame hits his first three, and we're tied through the first 2 minutes. Mohammed tried to go underneath, but Ajanaku and Thacker double team. Now Wiggins in transition, lost control, kept it though, and lays it home. Good recovery by Carrington Wiggins. And a good outlet pass from Damon Thacker. Underneath, wide open is Sparling off the glass and good. All square early, good tempo to this one. Wiggins double-teamed high. Sparling bumped him, and he's going to be whistled for the foul. That was good defense from Coleman up until the very end. Wiggins ran out of room on the side, and the official saying Sparling caught just a little bit too much of Wiggins that time. So the Jackets will have it out of bounds. Carrington enough room for 3 off the mark. Ajanaku had the rebound tipped away by Sparling. In transition, Barnard thought about a 3. Instead, goes to Sparling, who tried to dump it off underneath and threw it away. Now Thacker looking to push the tempo. Wiggins to the corner. Sebastio's wide open for 3. Knocks it down. Nicholas Sebastio. It's his first tray of the night. Sparling went crashing into the bench. He's okay. And the Yellow Jackets have the 8-5 lead. Mohammed working on Ajanaku underneath. Spins around. Good defense from Big E. And he has to recycle it back up top. Shabazz 7 to shoot. Gets it to the corner. Huerta for 3. That's no good. Long rebound to Wiggins. Sebastio inside to Ajanaku. Guarded by Mohammed. He kicks it back out. So good defense from the 2 big men so far on this one. Wiggins drives. Took it himself. Fancy stuff, but couldn't get the finish to go home. Now Shabazz pushing the tempo. And he's fouled on his way to the bucket. Thacker tried to take the charge. And that'll take us to our first media timeout. Jackets up by 3. Shabazz going to the free throw line when we come back.
Fans, please give a round of applause for tonight's game sponsor, Hilton Garden Inn. Let's hear it for Hilton Garden Inn. Everything is better in the garden. Welcome to all Hilton Garden Inn employees, guests, and friends that are here tonight. And thank you for being excellent partners of Yellow Jacket Athletics.
A5 Jackets coming out of the timeout. Shadid Shabazz going to the free throw line. Shadid looking for his first points of the night. Live stats are now up and running, so they've got that server issue resolved. The NCAA. You can find that link in our chat and at msubsports.com, so you can follow along statistically now as well. Shabazz on the board with his first point of the night. And it's a 1-point ball game. Ajanaku. Briquette guarded by Sparling up top. Now Big E underneath, blocked from behind by Coleman Sparling. Back into Big E. Wiggins floats it to Ajanaku. Hit the rim twice. Third time, then the shot clock reset, but the Jackets come up empty. Sparling hands it off behind him to Barnard. Back to Coleman. The Nooks will settle it down a little bit. Shabazz hands it off to Willie Thomas III, who's into the game for the first time. 7 to shoot for Sparling, guarded underneath by Sebastio. Tries to create room, does so, and his layup rolls around and out. Sebastio, extra pass. Wiggins is wide open for 3. Carrington Wiggins knocks it down. He's got 5 points early in this one. Good start. First 5 minutes have been entertaining. 11-7 Jackets in front. Thomas the third gets it back to Sparling. They whip it into the corner for Huerta. He lets the 3 go, and Kobe Huerta hits. He answers Wiggins' tray. Back to a 1-point ball game. Malik Briquette finds Thacker. Catch and shoot from the arc. No good. And the rebound tipped out of bounds off Malik Briquette. Brent Finn and B.J. Shabazz in for the Yellow Jackets. Abdullahi Muhammad back for the Nanooks, and Javante Jones in for the first time for Alaska as well. Shabazz drives up and under, good, and a foul. No, offensive foul went through his similarly named counterpart, B.J. Shabazz. Now, you see the athleticism there from Shadid Shabazz. A great take and a great finish, negated this time as he's called for the charge, but he's a special talent. And you just saw why right there. A little too much contact, though, and a good job by B.J. to take the charge. Ajanaku looking for help. Nearly turned it over, but he's able to keep it at the last second. Wiggins goes underneath to Big E. Guarded by Muhammad underneath. And a foul. Finn catch and shoot. Hits it. Long jumper from Brent Finn. Fresh into the game. He's on the board. Jackets able to maintain a narrow lead here early on in this one. Thacker to the floor, and he's called for a block, and that's 2 on Damon Thacker. He's probably going to have to come out of the game now. And Huerta went right through him, but they're determining that Thacker is still moving, so he's going to have to go to the bench. Tyler Neary going to check in. Thacker frustrated. Yeah, he's still sliding just a little bit when the contact was made, and you really got to be set with the feet. I mean, there's an arm going through your chest. There's some argument there that the offensive player can't go right through you, but the feet moving sideways, that's usually going to be a block. So the Nanooks keep it. Long jumper from Thomas is good. Willie Thomas, the third on the scoreboard. Knicks back within a point. Finn to Neary up top. Back to Brent Finn. Nanook's playing high, tight defense. Wiggins lets a three fly. No good. Ajanaku with the O board. BJ Shabazz wants it. Thought about a three, but Jones was there closing in on him. 10 seconds to shoot for the Yellow Jackets. Finn coming off the screen. Steps back. Shabazz. Now he'll try the long three. No good. Wiggins lays it in. Carrington Wiggins knew the shot clock was running down and that the three ball missed the rim, and a savvy putback layup. That keeps the Jackets in front by 3. Thomas over to Shadid Shabazz. Now the kick out to Huerta. Drives to Muhammad, and he's blocked from behind by Ajanaku. With authority, now Thomas kicks to the wing. Jones from the free throw line. No good, and BJ Shabazz with the rebound. Big block from Big E. 15-12, Jackets in front. Wiggins guarded by Huerta. Now steps back. Gives it to Ajanaku underneath. Double teamed. Neary extra pass. One more. Wiggins will drive. Floater, no good. Ajanaku couldn't handle it, and it's going to go to the Nanooks. Timeout on the floor. Yellow Jackets in front by 3.
Fans, you can still pick up a game program for just $3 out in the lobby for tonight's game, filled with conference information, stats, breakdowns, player stories, and so much more. Be sure to stick around at halftime as we honor our 6 new Yellow Jackets joining the Athletics Hall of Fame for 2022. Beat the winter weather. Come play a simulator golf tournament with us. All proceeds go to support the MSU golf teams on February 16th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. It's a 9-hole, 2-person team scramble and a long drive competition. $70 per player. We'll be playing on the ocean course at Hawaii Island Resort. First place is 1 dozen Titleist Pro V1 balls with the MSU logo. Second place is a $50 gift certificate to the Bath Mountain Lounge. Long drive winner, men and women, and MSU polo. Register online at msubsports.com.
.11:07 to go in the first half. The Yellow Jackets up 15-12. Well, last night was the 32nd annual MSUB Hall of Fame and Distinction Induction Ceremony. 6 new members were enshrined, and we're going to honor them at halftime at center court. The old Yellow Jacket men's basketball head coach, Craig Karst, who spent 18 years in charge of the Jackets, enshrined. On the women's side, Kayleen Goggins-Schultz, former All-American, in as well. Those 2 and the other 4 will be recognized at halftime. We'll have that for you on the live stream in just about 11 minutes of game time. Meanwhile, Nanooks have the ball coming out of the timeout. They trail it by a 3. Shabazz will try to tie the score here, and he swishes it. Shadid Shabazz, 5 points early in this one. Jimmy Brown, who's into the game, plays catch with Wiggins and Finn up top. Neary's still in there as well. BJ Shabazz gets it back to Jimmy Brown, around to Carrington Wiggins. Double teamed, gets it to Shabazz, that leaves Finn open for 3, knocks it down. If you can escape that double team, as Carrington Wiggins did, usually means someone's going to have a good look at a tray, and Brent Finn nailed it. Back to a 3-point game. Good one unfolding here at Alterowitz Gym. Thomas hands off to Shabazz. Shadid, a nice pass underneath to Muhammad. Working off BJ Shabazz, who blocks him and then wrestles away the rebound. Jackets have numbers. Finn, a deep 3 in transition, and that's good. back-to-back trays for the senior. Brent Finn bringing the crowd to its feet, 21-15. Largest lead yet for the Jackets, who are up by 6. Wiggins went for the steal. Shabazz trying to make him pay. High off the glass and good. Shadid Shabazz with the last 5 points for Alaska. He's got 7 in the game. Neary takes it all the way. Had it swatted away by Muhammad off the glass. Now Finn picks his pocket. On the other end, Quinn Barnard lost control. Finn making an impact here. 6 points and a steal. Gets the ball back for MSUB. Brown up top to Wiggins. Guarded closely by Jones. Trying to take him one-on-one. Back to Neary. 2 seconds to shoot, and it's stolen instead. DJ Shabazz lobs it for Thomas, but over his head. Sebastio and Briquette back for MSUB. Wiggins in no hurry to bring it across. Jackets trying to dictate the tempo of this one as we move into the later portion of the first half. MSUB by 4. Finn tried to get it to Wiggins, slapped out of bounds off of Shadid Shabazz. Brown catches it up top. Wiggins underneath. Looking for help. Gets it to Briquette. That one rattles home. Malik Briquette's first bucket of the night. On an assist from Carrington Wiggins. Shadid Shabazz on the other end couldn't get the layup to go. Jimmy Brown with the rebound. Briquette. Now Brown gets it over to Carrington Wiggins. Back to Jimmy. Had Sebastio in the corner. Instead, Brown will float home the right-hander. Greg Sparling calls timeout with the Yellow Jackets up by 8.
Don't forget, Yellow Jacket fans, you can take your tickets into Hooligan Sports Bar with Montana Brewing Company to receive a free pint of beer or a soda with the purchase of an appetizer or an entree. And tonight, we'll recognize the newest class of the Yellow Jacket Hall of Fame and Distinction. With us tonight and most nights are many other current members of the Hall of Fame and Distinction. Please give a round of applause for the current and the newest members of Yellow Jacket history.
Largest lead yet for MSU Billings. They've gone through a good stretch here, and they're in front 25-17 with 7:28 to go in the first half. Nanook basketball. Double team up high. Barnard's in trouble, and he gets the timeout off. So the Nanooks have to burn a couple of quick timeouts in the span of 8 seconds. We'll step away for just a couple of seconds. We'll keep it right here, actually, and look at some numbers. Shadid Shabazz with the 7 points, hit the three-pointer, and the Nanooks are 3 for 5 from long range, so they've been hitting well. We'll see if they try to get some more shots off from the arc because they've been hitting at a pretty good clip early on in this one. Well, so have the Yellow Jackets, who are 5 for 10 from long range. That's been a big factor in building this 8-point lead. Brent Finn, a couple of those threes, a big steal. Well, sometimes it comes early, sometimes it comes at the end of the night, but it's pretty much guaranteed that Brent Finn is going to find a way to make an impact on the game. And, you know, when you're a sixth-year senior, you kind of expect that from him, but it just never ceases to just bring a smile to your face when he finds a way to get his hands on it. It's not always offensively. Sometimes it's taking a charge or getting a steal. Tonight, a couple of threes and a steal early for Brent Finn. He's been the key player during this last little stretch for MSUB. Yannick ball after the timeout. Tyven Sturm into the game for the first time tonight for Alaska. He's going to inbound it. Now, they're just looking at the scoreboard now. There's some sort of issue down there. Nothing detrimental. So here we go. Nooks called that timeout middle of a possession, so they'll have 20 on the shot clock here. Shabazz gets it to Thomas. Open look in the corner for Barnard. Now he steps to the side and knocks it down. 4 for 6 are the Nanooks from long range early. That gets it back to a 5-point game. Wiggins to Jimmy Brown, around to Nicholas Sebastio. Back to Jimmy, who's one-on-one with Sparling, trying to back him down, kicks it out. Wiggins drives hard, fades away, makes a bucket, and he's fouled. Greg Sparling didn't like the call, but Wiggins going to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play.
Fouls number 10, Willie Thomas III. Carrington Wiggins in the line, shooting 1.
Free throw good, back to an 8-point game. Well, Alaska's not shooting poorly. They're at 46.7%, but the Jackets 55%. That's why they're up by 8 early. Barnard switches another one. 5 for 7 now, Alaska from 3-point range. Wiggins to Sebastio, thought about a 3, instead kicks it back to Carrington. Now they'll work inside. Burkett guarded by Thomas. And they'll push it back out. McDermott calling out the play. Shot clock now at 10 seconds for Carrington Wiggins. Guarded by Shadid Shabazz up top. Picked by Jimmy Brown. 3 from Wiggins. Carrington's feeling it tonight. You know he was frustrated after Thursday. But he's got 13 first half points. Barnard has been hot from the arc. He kicks it back to Thomas. Thought about a catch and shoot. Instead, he gives it up to Shabazz. Drives into traffic. Wild layup. Wouldn't go. Rebound ripped by Jimmy Brown. Sebastio can push. Numbers. Finn open for 3. A little too strong that time. Shabazz going to keep this tempo going. Barnard. Now we'll slow things down a little bit. Kicks to the corner. Thomas back up top. Coleman Sparling for 3. Off the mark. Rebound still loose, and it falls to Barnard. Open 3 that time, wouldn't go. And now Wiggins, who's a little bit gassed after that wild sequence, will slow it up a little bit. 4:44 to go before halftime. Jackets sitting on their largest lead at 8 points. Sebastio, good look from the corner. No good, and Sparling's there to catch the rebound. Shabazz in rhythm, instead drives inside, up and under, blocked by Jimmy Brown, but gets his own Rebounded, puts it back in. Shadid Shabazz, 9 points now in the ball game. Good first half for Carrington Wiggins in the Jackets. He's got 13. MSUB looking to finish strong in the final 4 minutes before the break. Burkett, floater in traffic, knocked it down, contact. No, they're gonna, at the last second, call an offensive foul. Sturm took the charge. Burkett thought he had a bucket. Instead, it's a turnover and Alaska ball. Media timeout on the floor, 31-25, Jackets in front.
Congratulations to the Yellow Jacket fan taking home a prize back courtesy of Billings Tech Guys, your locally owned and operated technology headquarters. From smartphones to smart homes, they cover it all. Visit their store location at 2341 Broadwater Avenue. For all your tech needs, think Billings Tech Guys. Attention all of the Hall of Fame inductees, please meet behind the Yellow Jacket bench. All Hall of Fame inductees meet behind the Yellow Jacket bench.
Yannick ball coming out of the timeout. They trail by 6. Exciting stuff offensively. We still got 3:52 to go in the first half. Barnard up top, gives it off to Sparling. There is Sturm, back to Sparling. Barnard wanted it, instead it's to Huerta on the other side, and he knocks down a 3. Unbelievable shooting start for Alaska, who's now 6 for 10 from long range. The Jackets, not much worse, 6 for 13, with the rocks falling from the arc tonight at Alterowitz Gym. 31-28. Ajanaku with Damon Thacker back in there. He had 2 fouls early, so has not played in several minutes of game time. Dame foot in front of the three-point line, but knocks it down. Thacker with 5 points here in the first half. Barnard, who will shoot it and usually make it from just about anywhere. Hands off to Sparling underneath. Thomas, mid-range jumper, short, and BJ Shabazz with the rebound. Thacker coming the other way now. Shadid Shabazz on the bench for Alaska at the moment with 2:35 to go in the half. Thacker thought about a 3, instead kicks to BJ Shabazz, who tries the tray. No good, and clearing out the rebound, Kobe Huerta. Floats it inside, dangerous, wild pass, and no chance to get that one to Sparling, so a turnover there. Thacker throws it underneath to Big East, slams it down. MSUB making the Nanooks pay for a careless pass. Damon Thacker has court vision that, at least within the GNAC, is unmatched, and he found Big E underneath that time for the dunk. Back to a 7-point game now. Thomas in the corner. All the way over to Barnard. Got to stay close on him, and Thacker does. Barnard driving. Lost control. Wild layup. Not close. Thacker for 3. No, he was trying to throw it to Ajanaku. Everybody thought he was shooting a 3, including Emmanuel Ajanaku. Thacker actually took off as if to shoot, and then at the last second tossed it inside, but by the time he did, Ajanaku's head was looking up to the glass. He was ready for a rebound, and Little miscommunication there. Results in a turnover. Final 90 seconds of the half. Huerta calling out the play. Hands it off to Barnard. Sturm on the wing, guarded by Sebastio. Back to Barnard. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Corner. Sparling. No good, and Sebastio grabs the rebound. Thacker looking ahead. There's BJ Shabazz for three. Left it short, and Ajanaku slaps the rebound out to Anders Epperle, who's into the game. Thacker for three. That's no good, and Coleman Sparling with the rebound. He'll slow it down now with 45 seconds in the half. Barnard got Thacker to jump, and then he traveled. Oh, boy. Hit the three, but took an extra step to get it done, so that won't count. Yellow Jackets take over. Brent Finn back in. MSUB can't quite hold for the final shot. 36.2 seconds left in the half. Anders Epperle to bring it across. Thacker will sit down. Just want to make sure he doesn't pick up foul number 3 here in the waning seconds of the half. Sebastio tried to get it to Finn. Whistle away from the ball. I'm not sure what the call is. Okay, it's on Sturm, so that makes a little bit of sense. Sebastio was explaining why that pass kind of got away from him, and apparently Sturm hit his arm, so the foul is going to go against Tyven Sturm. Yellow Jacket ball out of bounds. That's not insignificant because now the shot clock's off and the Jackets can hold for the final shot of the half if they want to. Epperle guarded closely by Barnard. 10 seconds. Driving, kicking, Sebastio. Finn with 3 on the clock. No good. Can Muhammad get it off? No, it was too late. It was off the backboard. Didn't matter. And at halftime, the Yellow Jackets looking good. Leading Alaska 35-28.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please turn your attention towards the court as we welcome 6 great Yellow.
So at halftime, we'll have
Hall of Fame and distinction.
our ceremony honoring last night's Hall of Fame inductees. We'll give you a listen down.
Tonight we honor the accomplishments of these 6 athletes. Their plaques will be displayed from today forward in the MSUB Hall of Fame and distinction in the lobby. MSUB Director of Athletics Michael Bazemore will be presenting to these athletes. Our first inductee is Jennifer Larson Wright. Jennifer played on the women's soccer team from 2009 to 2012, starting 74 matches in her career and missing just 4 of MSUB's games in 4 seasons. White ranks 5th in school history in starts. Her 6,569 minutes played remained as the school record. White also ranks number 9 in school history with 44 points, including ranking 8th in school history with 19 career goals while having 6 assists. She played all 1,830 minutes of the season and started all 20 matches during the 2010 regional run. White was a two-time All-Region selection and four-time All-Conference pick, including first-team honors during her senior year. She also twice earned academic All-District honors and became the second player in school history to earn first-team academic All-District honors. Congratulations, Jennifer. Our second inductee is Jocelyn Richter. Jocelyn also played on the women's soccer team from 2009 to 12. Richter was one of the top players not only in MSU B, but in Great Northwest Athletic Conference history. Richter scored 28 goals and added 24 assists throughout her brilliant four-year career with the Jackets, with her 80 total points ranking number 2 in school history. Richter's point total also holds up as number 17 in GNAC history, while their 28 goals are 5th most in school history. Richter earned GNAC Freshman of the Year accolades after a 10-goal performance as a freshman in 2009. She was a 3-time first-team All-Conference pick and a first-team All-Region selection during her junior season in 2011. Richter holds the all-time GNAC record for shots per game with 3.95. She was a 2-time academic All-Conference and an academic All-Region pick. Congratulations, Jocelyn. Our next inductee is Dawn Trentham. Dawn coached the MSU women's soccer program from 2002 to 2010. The winningest women's soccer coach in program history, Trentham led the Yellow Jackets to their first and only NCAA D2 West Region Championship appearance during the 2010 season. Trentham went 85, 75, and 10, which was 529 in his 9 seasons in charge of the Yellow Jackets, and his 170 games coached are also the most ever at MSUB. After placing 3rd in the GNAC, MSUB claimed an at-large bid into the regional championship before knocking off Cal State Los Angeles in the opening round for the most significant win in the history of the program. He's the first soccer coach to be selected for the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Dawn. The fourth inductee tonight is Robert Peterson. Robert competed on the men's track and field team and cross-country teams from 2011 to 2016. Peterson placed 13th at the region meet during his senior year, this time posting his personal best 10K time of 30 minutes 15 seconds. That mark stands as the program record. Peterson is also the MSUB record holder in the 8K distance with a time of 24:53. Among Peterson's accolades were 5 GNAC Runner of the Week awards. He was twice named the MSUB Male Athlete of the Year, and he was a 3-time MSUB Men's Cross Country Runner of the Year. The most decorated runner in school history, Peterson was the first Yellow Jacket track athlete to garner All-American honors when he placed 10th at the NCAA D2 National Championship with a mile time of 4 minutes 11 seconds. He capped off his collegiate career by taking 13th place in the 3,000-meter steeplechase at the 2016 NCAA D2 Outdoor Track and Field Championships. He's a 4-time conference champion and a 9-time All-Conference selection. Congratulations, Robert. The next inductee is Craig Karst. Karst coached the men's program team from 95 to 2008, the second winningest men's basketball coach in program history. Karst completed his 13-year tenure at MSUB in 2008 with a final record of 211 and 147. Karst's career spanned across 3 different conference affiliations as he began in the Pac-West Conference, competed in the Heartland Conference, and navigated the Yellow Jackets into their inaugural year in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference in his final season. Carson led the Yellow Jackets to the Pac-West Conference title in his initial season in 95-96 and went on to guide the team to 3 more league championships during his tenure. MSU advanced to the NCAA D2 West Region championships 4 times under Coach Carson. Congratulations, Craig. Fortunately, he couldn't be here today. And our last inductee this evening, who isn't here tonight, is Kayleen Goggins-Schultz. Kayleen played on the women's basketball team from 2011 to 2015. An All-American during her senior season in 2014 and 15, Schultz was the preeminent post scorer during her career with the Yellow Jackets. She scored 1,456 points in her 4 seasons to rank number 8 in school history. Schultz was a key starter on MSUB's 2013-14 NCAA regional tournament team, starting all 33 games and averaging north of 11 points per game. She followed that up with a remarkable senior season, ranking 2nd in the GNAC with 20 points per game and earning honorable mention All-American honors. Schultz ranks number 8 in school history with 538 made field goals and tied for 15th with 595 rebounds. She started 116 of the 118 games that she played and was a 3-time all-conference selection, including a first-team pick during her senior season. Congratulations, Kayleen. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the Yellow Jacket Hall of Fame and Distinction, Class of 2022.
Couple minutes away from second half action. Nice to see the brand new Hall of Famers out at center court being honored. Head to msubsports.com and you can read about all 6 of last night's inductees. You can watch the ceremony too right here on the MSUB Sports YouTube channel. Special night and always one of our favorite nights of the year when we get to welcome some new players and coaches into the highest club you can get to in Yellow Jacket athletics. 35-28 is your score at halftime. Let's look at some numbers from the first half. Hot start offensively for both of these teams. MSU Billings shot 48.3%, 14 for 29 overall. The Nanuks right at an even 40%, 10 for 25, and from three-point range, Alaska was at 54.5%, 6 for 11. The Jackets also hit 6 threes, but in 17 attempts, so that's 35.3%. Just 3 free throws combined for the teams. They made all 3. The Jackets have a 16-14 edge in rebounding and 7 turnovers for the Nanuks, 5 by MSUB. Individually, Carrington Wiggins led all players with 13 points. He made 5 of 8 shots, including 2 from long distance. Carrington also with 3 boards and 3 assists. He's the only Yellow Jacket in double figures. Brent Finn close behind, though. He had 8 points, including a couple trays and a key steal in there as well for Finn. 5 points in the first half for Damon Thacker, and 3 rebounds for Nicholas Sebastio and BJ Shabazz. For the Nanuks, Shadid Shabazz, 9 points, and Kobe Huerta, 9 points. Kobe hit 3 of 4 3-pointers. The Jackets got to keep an eye on number 3 from the arc, as they do on Quinn Barnard, who knocked down 2 of 3 trays in the opening half. 4 rebounds apiece for Shadid Shabazz and Coleman Sparling. 3 assists for Abdul Mohammed to lead Alaska. We'll take one more quick break, and in just about a minute, second half action coming your way. They're underway in Bellingham, the big rivalry out west. Central Washington with a 3-point lead over Western Washington, 33-30. That game's still in the first half, long way to go. That's the other game that's in action right now. Earlier today, Seattle Pacific blew out Alaska Anchorage, beat them by 30-plus at Brown Pavilion. So the Seawolves, who just came here and beat the Jackets Thursday, got blown out tonight. And the Falcons, who were blown out here earlier this year, blew out the Seawolves. Welcome to the GNAC, folks. Never know what's going to happen in this league. Also earlier today, St. Martin's trounced Western Oregon by 22 points in Monmouth. So 2 games left going in the conference. Here in the Magic City, we're just underway in the second half as Quinn Barnard connects on the first set of the second. The 3-ball continues to fall for Alaska. They're shooting now upwards of 60%. Barnard's hit 3. We'll give you another update from Bellingham when that game gets to halftime, but we'll be done before them. Wiggins tries to answer, and he does. Carrington Wiggins, 16 points. Huerta and Barnard with 3 3-pointers apiece. That has carried Alaska. Coleman Sparling was looking for Shadid Shabazz in the cut, but Wiggins got his hand on it. Shabazz, left hand, offensive foul, went through Damon Thacker, who's slow to get up. I think Dame's okay, but took a lot of contact there. Second offensive foul called on Shadid Shabazz tonight. Thacker kind of clutching the chest area, but I think when the shock wears off, that's going to feel pretty good got a turnover for his team. Now he tries a three. Knocks it down. Damon Thacker heating up. Second three ball for him tonight. Jackets have their largest lead. Can't believe. All right, yep, travel called. I was going to say I couldn't believe no travel called on Barnard, but the official all over it. Took about 3 hop steps there. Largest lead for the Jackets. It's in double figures for the first time tonight. Burkett. Over to Carrington Wiggins. Now Emmanuel Ajanaku guarded tightly by Mohammed. Gets it into the hands of Thacker, who drives the lane. Wild shot and gets it to go. 5 unanswered for Damon Thacker. The lead continuing to inch ahead. Sebastio on the defense. Mohammed blocked from behind, but first he was fouled underneath. I think Ajanaku got him clean, but no, it is going to be on Ajanaku. Thacker was underneath and is the one who went to the floor. I thought Ajanaku blocked him clean from behind, but I guess he got him on the hand. I thought the foul was going to go on Thacker. It's probably a good thing it didn't for the Yellow Jackets because it would have been Dame's third. Instead, they give it to Ajanaku. And Mohammed hits the first free throw. First point of the night for Abdul Muhammad, who's got 3 assists to lead the team. He knocks down both free throws. Burkett over to Wiggins. He and Thacker play catch. Shadid Shabazz got his hand in there, out of bounds. And the foul's going to go on Carrington Wiggins. He and Thacker having a little bit of an animated conversation, a little bit of frustration. Look, they're the closest of friends and teammates. You just compete at a high level. When you have a miscue, it gets a little frustrating, but the Jackets are all right. Good for 3. Unbelievable. The Nooks living off of that 3 ball tonight. They get another one. Sebastio. Threw it to the corner. Well, Tyler Neary was standing up on the bench. I don't know if Nick thought it was a player in the corner, but it was not close to Wiggins, who was cutting that way, but the pass was nowhere near it. To the corner, Shabazz rips it baseline, underneath, Muhammad. Back to Barnard for 3, had it swatted by Sebastio. Sparling there for the rebound. Now it's coughed up. Contact, but no foul, and Ajanaku walks away with it. Wiggins going to settle things down now. Jackets up by 7. Thacker throws it. No, it hit the official, so it never went out of bounds. Barnard is fouled and makes the bucket. Something's going on right now, communication-wise. That is 3 straight possessions where a pass has not been where the Jackets wanted it. That time, Thacker looking for Ajanaku. It was going right out of bounds. It hit the official. That actually helped Alaska because it stayed in play, and it got Barnard the open layup, and he's fouled, so a chance for a 3-point play now. My goodness. So Thacker coming over and talking with Mick Durham on the sideline. Just odd to see the ball mishandled like that. And the free throw rattles out. 5-point game, though. It was at 12 just moments ago, but the Nanooks right back in it. Thacker thought about a 3, steps up. Back to Wiggins. He'll catch and shoot. Off the mark, Ajanaku. with the rebound. New possession for MSUB. Wiggins has Thacker, instead takes it himself and rolls it in. Nice take from Carrington Wiggins. To the wing. Barnard for three. Got it. Quinn Barnard. Two Jackets closed on him, but it was too little, too late. 5 for 7 from the arc is Quinn Barnard tonight. 17 points. 4-point game now. Ajanaku turns it over. Shadid Shabazz kicks it over to Huerta. Driving layup. No good. And the rebound tipped to Wiggins. Good second half unfolding at Alterowitz Gym. It's been close all night, been fireworks all night from the arc. 5 to shoot. Wiggins, gotta let it fly. Drives, floats it. Good, just before the buzzer. Carrington Wiggins has got 20. Extra pass, Huerta for three. He drains it. Kobe Huerta, another one. His 4th three of the night. Huerta and Barnard have combined for, I'll check that as 3rd, but they've combined for 8 3-pointers in the game. Finn from the corner. He knocks it down. Brent Finn with his 3rd tray of the night. Huerta. Try to get it to Shabazz. Tipped out of bounds. Timeout on the floor, Jackets. Hanging in there. They've got the lead by 6.
Remember, Yellow Jacket fans, you can bring 5 non-perishable food items to donate to the Student Athlete Advisory Committee Food Drive. Have your name entered in to win 2 season tickets to 2022-23 Yellow Jacket basketball. All food collected stays right here at the Billings community. No limit to the number of entries you can receive. Bring 5 items for every remaining home basketball game and be entered to win.
$19 for 37. That is the combined 3-point line in this game. It's better than 50%. That's a hot night. Well, now the official is at the table talking to the official scorebook here. Well, the Alaska coaching staff seems to be protesting. I got to imagine it'd be the score that they're talking about, because I don't know what else it would be, but the scoreboard in the gym and our stats all have 50-44, and the officials are going to go with it. Shabazz to Thomas. He drives, looking for help now. Nearly walked. Shabazz, a wild three, had to get it off at the end of the shot clock. Good defensive stand by the Jackets. Now BJ Shabazz underneath, right hand floater, no good. And Thomas got knocked to the floor. Well, there has been a lot of contact tonight, and the officials are letting a lot of things go. We've seen our fair share of offensive fouls, but no. Ask Willie Thomas how he's feeling after that one. He took a hard hit, ended up on the floor, no whistle, but the Jackets come up empty and the Nanooks have the ball. Thomas got it to Sparling. Nice job by Coleman. He came in and caught it. He had to, because Damon Thacker would have picked it off had Coleman Sparling not gotten to it. Instead, he's going to the free throw line after being fouled. Off the mark. Sparling knocks it down. And Javante Jones going to check back in. Coleman Sparling really upset with himself for missing a free throw. Well, that's what kind of competitor he is. You hate to miss. So here we go, 5-point game. Brown with Shabazz underneath. BJ was fouled on the shot attempt. Thomas III picks up the foul. That'll put BJ Shabazz at the free throw line. BJ has been a big presence rebounding like he always is. 4 boards, that's his first point of the night. BJ also with 3 assists, a block and a steal. He's on the stat sheet in all 5 categories now. Is Shabazz, who rattles the second one out, and Jones has a rebound. 6-point game, Jackets in front. Barnard, who's been red hot all night, gives it off to Huerta, who has also been red hot. Barnard will shoot it from there. Why not? That one no good, though. Nearly from the NCAA logo. You could see it from the moment he caught it. He was going to let that one fly. Here's Thacker. Steps back. Gets it to Brent Finn. Over to Carrington Wiggins. Jackets working it around the perimeter. Wiggins, deep 3. Off the mark and out of bounds to Alaska. Media timeout with 11:58 to go. The Jackets hanging in there, up by 6.
And be sure to check out a Yellow Jacket baseball game at Dealer Park or a Yellow Jacket softball game at Amicus Group Stadium this spring. Home games for both teams start the first week of March. For full schedule of all the Yellow Jacket spring sports, visit MSUBsports.com.
Yellow Jackets talking it over. Well, they've been really good all around tonight. The only exception has been the perimeter defense, and I don't even know how much it is a knock on MSUB and more the fact that, boy, Quinn Barnard and Kobe Huerta haven't missed often. They are a combined 9 for 13 from distance, and it's been a big problem for MSUB on a night where the GNAC's leading scorer, Shadid Shabazz, is in the gym. You got to give him tons of attention. That's been good. He's got 9 points, but it's been Barnard with 17 and Huerta with a dozen that have led the way thus far for Alaska. Still a long ways to go in this one. Jones over to Barnard, who thought about a 3, almost traveled. Jackets wanted it, not called. Now Huerta for 3, no good. Thomas with the O-board. Huerta, extra pass. Jones wide open from the corner and knocks it down. 11 for 19 now from the arc. Alaska. 3-point game. Wiggins, good look from the wing, knocks it down. Well, the Jackets have been no slouch either from long distance, 10 for 23. That's on most nights gonna put you in front of the opponent from the arc, but not tonight. Alaska has had the upper hand narrowly from the arc, but the Jackets have the upper hand in the most important category. Up by 6, a steal. No-look pass, and BJ Shabazz had it tipped away. Oh, boy. What a pass from Damon Thacker. Eyes on Brent Finn. Ball went to BJ Shabazz, and if Kobe Huerta's not there to knock it out of bounds, would have been a dunk that brought the house down. Instead, Jackets will settle for possession. Underneath, Jimmy Brown lays it in. Another turnover now. Finn, nope, whistle, offensive foul, and too bad because Finn knocked down the 3-pointer, won't count, and it's Alaska ball.
For 23 points, Sterling checks in for Alaska.
Spread at 8 points now, 56-48. Huerta. Mannix moved the ball around. Thomas driving up and under, right hand, no good. Rebound tipped around. BJ Shabazz secures it, gets it to Thacker. Dame tries to push. Wiggins there. Catches in rhythm for 3, way off the mark. Nick Sebastio back in. Well, Thacker going to sit down and 9:41 to go. He's got 3 fouls. You wonder if maybe that has something to do with it, but could just be a breather. You definitely need him in there for the final stretch of this one. It's shaping up to be a tight finish. Too much room for Kobe Huerta. You can't give him that much breathing room. His 5th 3 of the night. Unreal. 5 for 7 is Huerta. 5 for 8 is Barnard. Well, the Jackets, not like they don't know, but these guys keep getting open. They keep hitting. 5-point game. Finn working Brown underneath. Wiggins driving, up and under, finger roll, and he's fouled. Thomas, the third, picks up the foul.
Garrington Wiggins in the line shooting 2.
Garrington Wiggins had 28 points in the Yellow Jackets' win over Seattle Pacific. He's got 2 free throws upcoming, and he's sitting on 23. Janaku back into the game for MSUB, and Abdul Mohammed for Alaska. Wiggins takes care of business from the stripe. He's got 25 now to lead everybody. So, Shadid Shabazz on the bench for Alaska. Damon Thacker on the bench for MSUB. With 8:53 to go. Coleman Sparling. And off the glass and good from Kobe Huerta. Well, he's been hitting from the arc all night that time. Floats one off the glass and in. Anders Epperle in for MSUB. He's got it. Tries a tray. Way off the mark, and Sparling with the rebound. Barnard looking for room for a shot, but has to give it up to Mohammed. Javante Jones tries a 3 off the front rim. Epperle up to Finn. Brent drives. In traffic off the glass, no good. Rebound into the hands of Jones, who throws it off of Janaku out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. This one has been close all along, and can't imagine it being any other way for the final 7:54. Jackets by 5. Big week for Alaska. They're home for 3 straight after tonight. Western Washington and Simon Fraser in the house next Thursday and Saturday. Then the Yellow Jackets going to be there the following Monday. That'll be a makeup game. So 3 games in 4 days. 5 days, I should say, for the Nanooks. After this one, all of them at home. MSUB, meanwhile, getting ready to buckle its seatbelt. 6 road games in 11 days over the next 2 weeks. Gonna be a heck of a stretch for MSUB, and they love to go into it coming off the momentum of a home win. They lead by 5, but still lots of time left. Huerta's floater wouldn't go, and BJ Shabazz with the rebound. Shabazz to Epperle, inside to Ajanaku. Now BJ's open for 3. No good, and a long rebound corralled by Sparling. Nooks could make it a 1-possession game here with a bucket. Mohammed off the glass, blocked by BJ Shabazz. I think he got his hand on it. So right now, Wiggins and Thacker both on the bench for MSUB. They're going to try and see if this rotation can get them a couple of minutes and keep the lead. Sebastio from the corner. Anders Epperle found Nick. Big shot. Jackets back up by 8. Barnard guarded closely by Finn. Huerta now looking for room. Steps to the side. Back to Barnard up top. Epperly all over him. Do not want to give him room for a shot, and then he's going to be whistled for the foul. I don't know what else Epperly can do. I suppose if you want to call a reach-in foul, that's the right decision. But the problem is, if Epperly's any further off of Barnard, he's going to let it fly. And the guy's made 5 of 8 from the arc tonight. You just can't let that be an option anymore. So in the Jackets' eyes, probably a tough foul, but good stuff from Epperly. That's how you have to guard him from now on. Shabazz, hands off underneath to Mohammed. Got a Janaku in the air, then hands off to Jones underneath, left hand off the glass, and good. Javante Jones, good finishing. Tough stuff there from Abdul Mohammed. Patient, and even after Janaku landed, still sensed that going up for a layup was not the right decision. Instead, the extra pass. Finn was bumped, no whistle. Janaku then gets fouled by Barnard underneath. Just the 4th team foul on Alaska, so they've still got a couple more to give. The Jackets, meanwhile, sitting on 6, so their next foul will put Alaska into the bonus. Malik Burkett back in for MSUB. Wiggins to inbound. Gets it up top to Brent Finn. Finn to Ajanaku. Double team, try to get it to Sebastio, and Shadid Shabazz read it and was in the right place. No mistake there by Shadid Shabazz. And look, he's not having a tough night. He's got 9 points, but Alaska showing its diversity tonight in terms of scoring. Shadid averaging 22 points, so he's well off that as Sparling drains it, and guess who had the assist? Shadid Shabazz. The point is that on not his most prolific scoring night, the Jackets have done a good job defending him. Well, the Nooks have found other ways to get it done, and they're within 3 here with 5:12 to go. Ajanaku almost threw it away. Then he got fouled.
Foul number 23, Coleman Sparling.
Here comes Thacker.
Manuel Ajanaku, opening the line, shooting 2.
Couple big free throws for Big E. Makes the first.
David Thacker checks in for the Jackets.
Janaku, just 3 points tonight. Thacker back into the game with 5:09 left in this one. Janaku didn't get the roll and goes 1 for 2 from the line. 4-point game, now 62-58, MSUB in front. Huerta has had a good night. His 3-point shooting counterpart, Quinn Barnard, on the bench at the moment. Sure, it's not the last we've seen of him, but getting a little breather now. Muhammad underneath, working on Ajanaku. Layup's good, and the foul. Abdul Muhammad, good stuff the last couple of possessions. Earlier had the assist, this time a chance for a 3-point play. And if he converts, it would make it a 1-point game. Just seems like every night, this is where the Jackets are right about this time. 1-point game. Burkett hits Thacker on the cut. Dame is blocked by Muhammad. Now the Nooks can take the lead with a bucket. Sparling gets it over to Shadid Shabazz. McDermott wanted a foul. No whistle, and it's Nooks ball. Shabazz for the lead. No good. And Ajanaku clearing out the rebound. Jackets trying to hold on. This kind of game where you just want to keep a lead. That at one point was a dozen. Now it's down to 1. Wiggins gets it to Briquette. 7 to shoot. Big E's going to have to let it fly from the arc. And a foul. Oh, boy, that bails MSUB out. It's going to go against Shadid Shabazz. Ajanaku, with I think 2 seconds left on the shot clock, had to let it fly from long range. He doesn't shoot threes, but had to that time, and way off the mark. But the Jackets going to keep possession after the off-ball foul by Shabazz. Timeout on the floor, 62-61. Don't go anywhere.
Between the Yellow Jacket women and the Alaska Fairbanks Canucks. Tip-off is at 1 p.m. Check MSUBsports.com for game updates and full schedule.
Well, we're going to be back on the air tomorrow. The Yellow Jacket women are going to host the Nanooks one more time. Tough loss for MSUB earlier, down 4 starters tonight, where the Yellow Jackets and the Nanooks took advantage, won their first GNAC game, beat MSUB at the buzzer, a couple seconds before the buzzer, but at the last second by 2. So we'll replay that one tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That's our next broadcast, and after that, the Jackets going on the road for a long time. Packard are inbound. Wiggins for 3. There was some confusion coming out of the timeout. Ajanaku with the O-board. That was a little shocking. The Nanooks sprinted into position. Wiggins had a good look at a 3. I don't know if that's what they wanted. Did the Nanooks. Briquette to Sebastio, underneath to Ajanaku. Double team ripped away by Mohammed. Another stop for Alaska. Another chance for them to take the lead late. Shabazz to the corner. Kobe Huerta for 3. Again. Oh my goodness. 6 of them tonight. And then a turnover. The Nooks are in front, 64-62. Kobe Huerta's 6 for 8. Just had the feeling as soon as he caught that one, he wasn't going to miss. Now he's inbounding it. Finn back in with Shabazz. Now the Jackets going to have to work hard to keep pace here. Sparling up top. 3 minutes left. Shabazz, who's had 3 of the top 25 scoring games in GNAC history, not tonight, and he turns it over. Wiggins, fouled and the bucket. A rare miscue by Shabazz there, gave it away. Carrington Wiggins fearlessly took it to the hole, made it, and now can inch MSUB back in front by a point if he makes the free throw. Damon Thacker. Ball got into his hands, and it was his pass up court that led to the three-point play for Wiggins. Jackets run through those 2. And they've wrestled the lead back. It's been a back and forth final stretch here at Alterowitz with 2:32 to go. Barnard guarded closely by Finn. And he traveled. That's the 3rd time tonight Quinn Barnard's been called for traveling. Timeout on the floor. 2:27 to go. BJ Shabazz to inbound. Yellow Jackets with the ball in the lead. Trying to come out on top in this one. They trailed moments ago, but quickly righted the ship. Wiggins with the three-point play to do so. Thacker to the corner for Finn. Closed out on by Sparling. Shabazz has it now with 8 to shoot. Wiggins inside to Thacker, guarded by Muhammad. 4 to shoot. Dame's got to make something happen. Floater in the lane is good. 3-point cushion now for the Jackets. Kobe Huerta's been magnificent tonight. 6 for 8 from the arc. He gives it up to Sparling. Barnard in the corner. Finn, good defense. Can't let him get it off. He's 5 for 8 tonight from the arc. Huerta floats back. 1 to shoot. At the buzzer, Barnard nowhere close, and Thacker with the rebound. Good stand from the Jackets defensively. Forced a bad look at a 3. Now Thacker will slow it down. Jackets in command. With 1:11 to go, they've got the 3-point lead in the ball. 1 timeout left for Alaska, 3 for the Jackets. Thacker kicks to Finn in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Finn rips it. And a blocking foul on Abdul Muhammad.
Willie Thomas III checks in for Alaska.
Thomas III back in. Finn at the line. He can make it a 2-possession game here with 57.8 seconds left on the clock. Finn's got a dozen. Make it 13, and Brent 1 off his season high now. Jackets by 5. Final minute. Thomas. Huerta now off the screen. Nooks want a 3 instead. Almost thrown away. What a save by Sparling. And a blocking foul. How did Coleman Sparling do that? Leaping over the half-court line behind the back and somehow ending up right in the lap of Willie Thomas III, who's at the free throw line now after being fouled. Unbelievable. Timeout on the floor. Yellow Jackets take it. It'll be a 30-second breather, so we'll stay right here. While the Jackets now 2 timeouts left. Alaska's got 1, so they've got to hang on to that with 38.4, but that may have been the play of the game from Coleman Sparling. We'll see how this one shakes out, but if that's an over and back violation, Jackets are going to have the ball and a 5-point lead, and it starts to get real tough. Instead, Thomas can make it a 1-possession game again if he hits both free throws. Unbelievable play by head coach Greg Sparling's son. Eight fouls apiece by these teams. So still 2 more before a double bonus. These ones are big for Willie Thomas III. They need them. No good, and Ajaniku with the rebound. Jackets just want to take time off here. Wiggins with pace. It's to Finn, tipped out of bounds, but a foul. Thomas can't believe it. He's hot after being whistled for the foul there. Shabazz is the only Nanook in foul trouble, the only one with 4. Finn's limping a little bit. He's getting knocked around at the end of that one. Might have got kicked in the calf or the ankle. In any case, he's at the free throw line for 2 equally important free throws. This can make it a 3-possession game if he makes both of them. Got to make the first one, and he does. This to make the cushion 7 and really put the heat on Alaska. They've got 1 timeout left. Good. Season high, 15 for Brent Finn. Last chance for the Nooks. They got to hurry. 28 seconds to go in the game. Huerta, quick 3, blocked by Shabazz. And Thacker's got it, and he's fouled. BJ Shabazz getting high fives from the bench after the denial on Kobe Huerta that time. That may just do it. Damon Thacker, and it's double bonus now for MSUB, so he'll have both free throws. And the Nooks with 23.7 seconds are going to have to hurry. Thacker hits the first. And it's good. 9-point lead. Sparling going to let it roll as long as he can. He's got it. Need a shot right now. A lot of time coming off. Too much. And Shabazz throws it away. That's going to do it. The Yellow Jackets close it out strong and get back in the win column. Beating Alaska 73-64 at Alterowitz Gym to close out the weekend. MSUB going on the road for 6 straight. A little bit of fireworks. Emotional game all around. Everyone's okay. And the Jackets win it. 73-64. They hold tough at the finish. And that will do it from Alterowitz Gym. Stick around with us. We're going to take a break, and then we'll talk to Damon Thacker, and we'll talk to Mick Durham when they come back up from the locker room. Yellow Jackets get it done. We'll take a break and be back for more to wrap this one up. Final score from Alterowitz Gym, Yellow Jackets 73, Nanook 64, and, well, Alaska took the lead late, pulled ahead by 2, but after that the Jackets wrestled the advantage back and never let go. They were able to withstand a hot shooting night from the arc. Alaska 51.9%. They hit 14 of 27 trays on the evening. And, well, we'll talk to Mick Durham here momentarily and going to ask him about the game plan in terms of what they did on Shabazz and whether that was enough to withstand the three-point shooting, but they limited the GNAC's leading score to 9 points, and that was a huge factor in the game. We'll look at some final numbers. We mentioned the three-point shooting for Alaska, 51.9%, and here comes Damon Thacker, so we're going to talk to Dame here momentarily after what's going to feel really good with the way this game unfolded and how momentum changed, switched hands throughout. But in the end, the Yellow Jackets got it done and found a way to pull out a GNAC win. Any GNAC win is a big win. Dame, you down there with us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, congrats on the win, man.
Appreciate it.
Well, Alaska took the lead there late. They got up by 2, and you just started to think, well, is this going to be another uphill battle? But you responded immediately. The play was the Carrington three-point play. You got the ball on the steal, fed him up court. Carrington made the three-point play. You never trailed after that. Talk about that play and how you guys finished strong.
That's a big momentum swing, and we pride ourselves a lot on our defense, and we've been doing that all year. And, and big plays like that's going to change a ball game. And when it happens late like that, it could swing things, and we just got to finish after that.
And a very satisfying GNAC win. I know Thursday's result was tough. You guys battled hard. How big is this one considering, you're going on a huge road trip now. You haven't had GNAC road games, but this is energetic. It's energizing, I should say. It gives you some momentum. Talk about that.
For sure. We had a rough one on Thursday, so it was nice to get a bounce-back win and, get us ready for that long road stretch because we don't play until end of February at home, and so we got to get a little momentum within our group and, hopefully go and take care of business on the road.
Obviously, you had the conference's top scorer, Shadid Shabazz, in the house tonight, and part of the game plan had to be to limit him. Well, you did that well. He finished with 9 points, and you had to really withstand that three-point shooting from Barnard and Huerta. Talk about being able to weather that storm and what you guys did defensively.
Yeah, we knew they could shoot, too, and when you stop one player with 2 guys, there's always someone open, and Huerta and sorry, I forget his name, number 2, he's a good shooter, and we planned for that, but at the end of the day, we got to limit their shots.
I talked earlier in the broadcast how you never know when or how it's going to happen, but Brent Finn's going to impact the game. Tonight it was early. He hit those 2 threes early, had a key steal too, but whether it's then or late in the second half with a big steal or a charge, he always finds a way. He's a 6-year senior. You're a 6-year senior. Talk about that experience and how it shows in him.
That's just experience and leadership. You find ways to help your team be successful, and Brent has been one of the best players on our team to do that. He finds ways to help us win. And, you look back at every win that we've had, and he's had his hand in every second of it.
All right. Damon Thacker, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Congrats on the win. What are your guys' thoughts on this road trip? It looks a little daunting on paper, but I know you'll take it one game at a time. How do you get set for this one?
We be us. We focus on our defense, and we pride ourselves on our defense. We have one of the best defenses in the country, and we pride ourselves in it. So, our offense is going to come, and our defense is going to help with that offense. We get turnovers, we get fast breaks. So we're going to pride ourselves on our defense, and we're hopefully going to ride that.
Damon Thacker and the Jackets close it out, beating Alaska 73-64. Thanks for your time, Dame.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, and we'll have head coach Mick Durham coming up shortly, but you heard it from Dame there. How do you approach this big road trip they've got coming up? And he said, we be us. That's what we do. We focus on ourselves. We've got one of the top defenses in the country. It showed tonight on Shabazz. They struggled just a little bit on the perimeter defense, but only so much you can do when guys are hitting the way that Huerta and Barnard were. But in the end, as we mentioned during the game, only thing that matters is that final score, and the Yellow Jackets able to come out on top, get that GNAC record back up over 500 at 4-3 in league play. So that'll nudge MSUV back up the standings a little bit in a very, very important road trip coming. We mentioned 6 games in 11 days, all of them on the road. So the Jackets going to have to get right mentally, get right physically, but a win on the home floor sure is going to help with that. And, Coach, we just asked Dame about it. You look at that schedule coming up, 6 road games in 11 days. I know a win tonight really helps with the mentality going into that.
Yeah, there was no question. I mean, we talked about that this was an important game, just the fact that we're heading on the road, and, you know, we dropped the one on Thursday. And, I mean, this GNAC is, I mean, it is tight, and as you've seen it every dang night. Now hopefully we can continue to do that on the road. Great win for us. 2:30 to go. I think it was tied, and we just got a great spurt at the end, a couple defensive stops. And they're hard with Shabazz, and then those shooters. You know, it's tough, but we did a great job on Shabazz, obviously. Didn't score the second half, I see.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to ask you. That had to be part of the game plan. Obviously, the conference's leading scorer, you're going to try and take him away. And you accomplished that mission, but my goodness, Huerta and Barnard just knocked down so many threes, and you did everything you could. You tried to defend them tight, but sometimes guys are going to make shots, and it ended up working out. So you got to be overall satisfied, even though those guys hit a lot of threes.
Well, they do that. I mean, I guess, you know, if you could give Shabazz 30, and then those guys don't hit as many threes. But Sparling's 3 and Jones hit a 3. Those guys we didn't expect it, but you know, those guys are good shooters. I mean, there's no question. But, you know, we weathered the storm. They played a lot of zone the last 10, 12 minutes, made it pretty tough on us. But just a great stop there when we were down or tied. When we got the steal and Wiggins got the and one, that kind of gave us some momentum. And then we got a couple more stops and made our free throws at the end. You know, Brent Finn and Thacker making free throws were huge.
Yeah, you guys were down by 2, and then Wiggins had the 3-point play, and Damon Thacker, once again, at the root of it all. He's just a playmaker. He's the one who fed that ball up court. Obviously, Carrington made the play, but you never trailed after that. Talk about finishing strong and Damon Thacker's playmaking ability.
Well, I mean, we were kind of playing Wiggins at point tonight, too. You know, we're kind of going back and forth. And you know, Shabazz is such a tough guy to have the ball in front of him, and so we kind of rotated that. And, you know, we made big plays. We got the lead. Obviously, they hit threes, got back in the game, but we're pretty excited. This is good. I mean, we couldn't afford to drop them both, and Fairbanks has been in so many close games. And as you know, with 2 minutes to go and it's tied, and they have a player like Shabazz, you know, it's pretty tough, you know, when they got a guy they can go to. But we found a way here at the end, the last 2 minutes to get it done. It feels good.
That's right. The Yellow Jackets bounce back. A tough loss Thursday, but they come right back and beat Alaska. Coach, thanks for your time. Congrats on the win.
Okay, Evan. Thank you.
All right, that'll do it for us. Yellow Jackets take it home, 73-64. Final score was a 9-point spread, but a lot closer than that. Another good one from Alterowitz Gym, and we thank you so much for being with us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with the women's game. Alaska and MSU Billings going to tip off at 1 p.m. We'll be right back here on the Yellow Jacket YouTube channel for you tomorrow afternoon. Evan O'Kelly saying good night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.